In this episode, I'm going to talk to you about taking action, about putting together a plan that will work for you. Well, today I'm going to talk to you about being broke. More importantly, not being broke. 27 years of working with seniors, I've been in homes where it's sad. I'm talking about mainly the boomer population. These are folks that were taught to throw their money into the future in their 401ks or in their qualified plans or in their IRAs, and then when they get to retirement, they got all this money and they can do anything they want to. They can travel, they can go visit the grandkids. Well, that's not reality. What I've found in 27 years is 9 out of the 10 homes that I was in, especially earlier in my career, some of these seniors were unable to even pay their bills. And it's not because they planned to fail, they just failed to have a plan. So what is important is that you put some type of a plan together so that when you get to those retirement years, you can do what you want to do, and those years really can be golden. I had one of my clients come into the office one day, and she was dressed very nice, was getting ready to leave her job, and so I sat down with her, told her I was going to ask her a few questions before I could help her. Of course, I like to find out where you're at and what it is that you want, because it's all about your retirement. Well, when it come down to it and I started asking her questions, she was a little reluctant at answering the questions that I was asking her. Well, once I dug a little bit deeper, I found out the reason she was so reluctant is because she's broke. She was over $15,000 in debt on her credit card. She wants to retire because the stress at work is causing her health issues, but yet she never put a plan together to be able to retire and live the same lifestyle at retirement that she was living during her working years. So when you get to that point in that stage in your life where you want to retire and you want to enjoy life and have some fun and not have to punch a time clock, you better make sure that you have some type of a plan earlier in your life that will work for you in your later years. The best time to start putting a plan together is when you're young. You're right out of college, you got the college debt, you're starting a family, you want to buy a car, you want to do all this, but it's tough to do. You're only making maybe minimum wage or you're not making that big money yet. It's still important to start saving at a young age and get the power of compounding working for you while you're young. Even if you put away, $20, $30, $50 a week, whatever works for you. You want to be the kind of person that saves first and then spends money instead of the kind of person that spends money and if there's anything left over, then I'll save it, because that normally doesn't work very good. Hasn't worked for the boomers and it doesn't work for most people. What you do with your money today while you're making good money is directly proportionate to the kind of lifestyle that you're going to have in retirement. You want to discipline yourself and sacrifice yourself to start saving some money, especially at a young age, or you're going to have regret when you get to your golden years because you don't have much time to make up all that compounding that you could have done during your early years when you were working, when you had a good income, when you were able to save some money. If I had to give you a generic recipe for setting up a savings plan or providing money for yourself in the future so that you can have the same lifestyle when you retire that you do now, it would be like this. 20% of your income, your annual adjusted gross income, needs to go into some type of a compounding vehicle so that you will have money in the future. You have no debt whatsoever other than your mortgage, and then that leaves 80% of your money to live on your lifestyle so that the journey along the way is a pleasant one. What little time people spend on their retirement is just a small slice of the pie. And what happens is people get closer to their retirement age and they start thinking about that and wondering if they have enough money. And so they have to do things that they wouldn't normally do, and that usually involves taking on a lot more risk. The reason that my clients come to me is because we can fix these issues depending on where you're at, what you have done, what you have not done. It's never too late to sit down and put together a plan and design what it is that you really want when it comes time for retirement. It can be done. Now, in some cases, it's harder than others. But just remember, How you discipline yourself now is going to be directly proportional to how much money you'll have when it comes to retirement. If you continue doing the same thing over and over, doing what you're doing today financially, you probably are in a position where that's not going to work for you down the road. We can examine those issues and have a conversation and fix those issues so that they will work for you upon retirement. I'm R.L. Jones, and that's your financial news for today. So if you like this video and you want to create a strong, healthy retirement during your lifetime, then I'd love to have a conversation with you. Just give me a call or shoot me an email.